Hello guys, welcome to my channel How to Learn. In this video, I want to explain about Java 11 features. Okay, here I picked up some best features in Java 11 and I'm going to explain them here. And the first one and the most important one is running Java file with single command. Okay, previously if you want to execute Java program earlier to Java 11, I mean to say Java 5, 6 or 7, in any version of Java, we want to compile the Java file first. If there are no errors, then we can execute the file. It means there are two steps, compiling and execution. Now we can do it with a single step. Okay, we can simply run the program. Okay, I will show you how we can do that. Okay, and let's edit it. Let me rename it to Anil.java and let's reopen it. Let me just paste some code here. Okay, and let's close it. Let's try to open command prompt here and let's run the command java space and our class name. Now you can check, right? I not compiled my code, I just executed it. It means now we can Java reduced our execution step to one step only. Previously there are two steps, compiling and execution. Okay, I hope you guys got it. Now let's go to the another feature, converting collection to an array. Okay, if you want to convert a list to an array or collection to an array, first of all we should have some list, right? Let's create a list first. Okay, and let's try to add some data into it. And now let's try to convert it to an array. Okay, if you want to convert it to an array, first of all we should declare an array and we should assign it to it, right? Now I will show you how we can convert it to an array. We have a method, a predefined method to array, guys. By using it we can simply convert a list to an array. Here we want to specify what is the type of array. Okay, here we are going to convert a list to an array of type string, so I have mentioned it. Okay, and now I want to confirm whether the array is converted or not, so I want to print it using arrays.toString method. Let's try to execute this code once and check whether it is converted successfully or not. If you observe, the list is converted into an array using a single line code, right? It is mostly helpful to us in online coding exams like some HackerRank or some company metal test. Okay, because it will save us a lot of time, other than normally how we can convert a list to an array by using the for each loop and for loop, right? Using the other than using them, we can just simply use this method. Okay, and we can easily convert them. It will help us to save so much of time. 1 second, guys. And let's go to the next feature. Actually, Java 11 introduced many new utility methods in string class. Okay, they are repeat lines, is blank, strip leading, strip trailing, and strip. Okay, and let's go to them one by one. In theory first, then once I was done with the definitions, I will start executing the code. If it's come to repeat method, it simply repeats the string that many number of times as mentioned in the method in form of an int. Right? It is saying like this method will repeat the string as many of times which we mentioned as a parameter. Okay? Lines method. It returns a stream of strings which is a collection of R substring split by lines. Is blank. This method returns a boolean value. Okay? And empty strings and strings with only white spaces are treated as blank. Strip leading. Okay, it will remove white space at beginning of string, and strip trailing, it will remove the white spaces at the end of the string. If it's come to strip method, it will remove leading and trailing white spaces at removed for the string. Okay, it removes the leading and the trailing white spaces if it's come to the strip method. and let's go to our string check class and let's try to implement them. Okay, let's try with repeat method first. Okay, let's give some name here and let's try to assign it to another string. Let's use this repeat method. I want to repeat it for 5 times, right? Now let's try to execute it. Let's try to run the program and let's check whether the string is repeated or not. If you check, I have counted this, it's repeated for 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It's working. Now let's go to the another method, lines. What it will do, it will just convert a string to the stream, okay, which contains line terminators. I will show you in practical so you can simply understand how it works. Okay, and let's give some line terminators here. Okay, and that's it guys. Let's try to convert it. So what I can do means I'm just want to declare some array. So now it will return some stream, right? This line method, so it can use this. Okay, to list here, and here even here you can check. It returns a stream of lines extracted from the string separated by the line terminators. This are line terminator guys. You can also say line separators also. Now let's try to print this list and let's check what happens after using this method. You can check just reading the stream. Okay, and suppose I don't want to use this list. Okay, I don't want to return this as a stream. Okay, what I can do means let's try to print. Let's check what happens if I just printed them as it is after using this lines method. And let's try to run it again and you can check we are getting this as stream, right? So we cannot see anything here because it's some kind of object, right? If you use to list method, it will convert it to a list. So we can just see it here. We cannot use this lines method directly guys. Okay, it just returns stream of string, so we can just see some object reference kind of things. Okay, now let's go to the next method, is blank. What did this is blank method do? It will check whether the given string contains blank space or it don't contain anything or it contains white spaces or not. Okay, if it's contain white spaces or nothing in it, it will return true. I will show you how it works. Okay, let's try to execute this and we will get true here. Even let's try to execute this, we will get true here. Okay, and let's go to try to add some character, we will get some false this time, right? Now you got some idea about these 3 methods. Now let's check how this strip leading method works. Okay, what it will do means it will try to remove spaces at the beginning of the string. Okay, strip leading. Now let's try to execute this. We don't have any space here, right? Suppose if I have removed it, and you can just check. 1 second guys, there is some error. Sorry, let me try to remove completely. If you check it here, we got some space, right? Like that it works. Okay, and now let's try to check how this strip trailing works. What it will do means it will just remove spaces at the end of the string. Okay, here it will remove some spaces. Now it just remove some spaces. If I put the cursor here, I'm getting it here, right? If it's come to the strip method, it will remove spaces at both front and back of the string. Okay, I can simply say like it's a combo of this leading and trailing methods. Okay, now we understand all the 6 methods, right? Now let's go to the next feature in Java 11. Local variable syntax for lambda parameters. The var is a keyword in Java that is used to declare a local variable. It was introduced in Java 10. Okay, it means From Java 10 we can declare a variable with some type var, okay, but we cannot use them in lambda expression. From Java 11 we can use var with lambda expression parameters to avoid using the type name with the variable name. Okay, in earlier versions of Java, while working with the lambda expression, var keyword was not allowed, but now you can use them. But there are some rules for using var keyword in lambda expressions. Okay, let's discuss them, how they work. Okay, let's go to some class varpams. Okay, what are the rules? The first one is no skipping allowed while using this var keyword. Okay, first of all, let's try to execute this code, some code here. Let's try to create some reference. Okay, var a comma var b, return a plus b. I missed this arrow here. Okay, and let's try to remove this check method. And if you observe here, I was able to use var here and here, but previously we are not able to use them in lambda expression. But there is a rule: if you are going to use var for your parameters, you have to use them for both parameters. Suppose if I have removed them here, it will give some error. Okay, it means if you are going to use var, you have to completely use it. Okay, and it's the first rule. And what is the second rule? No mixing allowed. Suppose here, if you observe here, I'm just trying to use combo of var and some return type like string, so then it will throw some error. Okay, let's try to use int here. It's giving some error if you observe, right? Now suppose I have removed it, the int return type here, it will not get any issue. Okay, like that it works. And what is our third rule? Okay, need parenthesis if you use var in lambda. Okay, I will explain you that. Let's try to comment it here. Okay, and var a return a. Okay, let's try to remove var first. Okay, and what we can do, let's try to just execute it. D dot check, let's give some random number and let's try to execute it. It will just give this number, right? Here I am not using any parenthesis, right? Suppose if I am using var, it not allows you us to use without parenthesis. Okay, we cannot use this one without using parenthesis. We have to declare some parenthesis here, then only we are able to use this. Okay, if you are trying to use them some lambda expression using var, first you have to use this braces, normal braces. Okay, otherwise it will not allow us to, it will give some compile time error. Okay, it means without using var you can just simply write some lambda expression like this, but if you are going to use var, for sure you want to give some normal braces, otherwise it will not allow us to return any type of integer or anything. Okay, it will throw some compilation error. It's a mandatory rule, guys. These rules are mandatory and for sure you want to follow them. Okay, like that it works if it's come to the lambda expressions in Java 11. And if it's come to the next based access control, before Java 11, if you have private members in our code, then the compiler creates accessibility broadening bridge methods that increase the size of deployed applications and may lead to confusion. That's why Java improved nest-based access control. Java 11 allows classes and interfaces to be nested within each other. The nested type can be private fields, methods, and private constructors. Okay. And if it's come to the HTTP client, the new HTTP client from java.net.http package was introduced in Java 9. it has now become a standard feature in Java 11. Okay, the new HTTP API improves overall performance. Okay, write string and read string method. Using them, you can simply write data into the files and you can simply read the data from the files. Okay, let's try to check how it works. Meanwhile, I have created a text file here which is named test. Okay, if you observe here, I don't have any data in it. Now let's try to add some data here. Okay, files dot write string. Okay, here we want to give some path, right? Let's try to give some path. Okay, here I want to give some data which I want to enter into my file or save into my file. Now let's try to execute this program and let's go to the file and check whether data is inserted into my file or not. If you check here, some data is inserted into my file, right? Now let's try to read the string. Okay, so let's try to replace the write with read. And just let's we have removed the string. Okay, and let's try to assign it to string s. Let's try to print it whether, let's try whether it's working, whether it's reading the string from the file or not. If you observe, it's reading the string from the file. Now I think so guys got it. You can simply write or read string using these two methods. Okay, let's go to our next feature in Java 11, as match predicate. This method will create a predicate if pattern matches with the input string. Okay, let's check. Okay, let me try to create some predicate first. Okay, I'm just going to give some regex. Okay, and let me assign it to str and let's try to execute it whether this regex is working fine or not. Let me give some wrong regex. Okay, let me run the code first. If you observe, I'm getting some false because the given string is not matching to the regex. Let's give some data. Okay, if you observe, I have given a here and even the regex is a, so it is matching, so it is returning true. Like that this works, guys. Okay, and let's go to our next method, optional dot is empty. This method returns true if value of an object is null, else other it returns false. Okay, let's go to optional. Okay, let's try to create some string here. Optional dot empty. Let's assign empty to it. Okay, I want to check whether it is empty or not using this is empty method. If it is empty, it will give true, otherwise it will give some false. So even this method is working fine, guys. Okay, and here in the time conversion, guys, we can simply convert the given time to unit like day, month, year. Okay, and I will show you example how it works. Okay, let me try to remove this. Okay, and let's declare here time unit, time equal to time unit dot days. Okay, and let's try to pin some converted data here, time dot to hours. Okay, I want to convert days to hours here. Okay, it means I want to convert 1 day to hours. Let's check by executing the code whether it is working or not. Yeah, you can check, right? 1 day equal to 24 hours and 3 days equal to 72 hours. Yeah, it means it's working fine, guys. Okay, in this way you can convert even hours to days and so on. I will show you for one scenario. Okay, 2 days and let's try to execute it again. You can check, right? Here it is converting. Hours to days. 72 hours means 3 days, right? So it is converting like in this way. Okay, I think so now you guys got some idea how it works. Okay, and explain every Java feature, guys. And even if you have any queries, please comment it in comment section, and you also can refer to our blog. Okay, I have a blog, I have written some articles. Okay, I will just paste this link in description, and you can just go to this blog if you have more queries. Okay, so even for the revision, this blog will be helpful. Other than watching the whole video, it will take so much of time. You can just quickly refer to this blog. Okay, I think so you guys got some idea on the Java 11 futures. Okay, if you want me to discuss about any new topics or new future, just comment them in comment section. Okay, thank you for watching my video, guys. Please like and subscribe to my channel.